This is the video recap of Week 2, March 2013 at Gulfstream Park. Wednesday, March the 6th through Sunday, March the 10th, and it was a fabulous week overall. The most profitable week of the entire winter. So let's see how this went down. On Wednesday, I had a really good day. In the opener, I ran second with a Michael Maker trained horse for Ken and Sarah Ramsey at 6-5. Then I won my second race when I liked Determinado. He'd gone wire to wire twice on the turf, wire to wire again, and I collected nearly $15. In the fourth race, I won for the second time when I went with Piano Man Ted. He was the traditional early speed class drop horse. He went off at a generous 5-2, paid $7.20, and got back nearly $20. But the play of the day, the upset of the day, came in the next race. It was the fifth race. It was a maiden claimer for 3-year-olds. We were going a mile on the turf, and I like number 4, Arion Silver. It was listed at 12-1 in the program. He'd never been on the turf. He'd never been 2 turns, but he was first off the claim for Michael Pino, a 30% win angle with a $2.19 ROI. He had all the other numbers. First-time turfers paid $5.35 for every $2 bet, a 23% angle. Dirt to turf, 20% with a $4 ROI. Blinkers on for 22%. He left the gate at 14-1 as they spun out of the turn.
And they're into the stretch, and it's Arion Silver. Third Martini to the outside. We'll see you later. Fort Morgan is next. Into the final furlong, Arion Silver keeps on fighting. Arion Silver holding on to the lead. Fort Morgan closing late. Third Martini and Sonny and Pally. Arion Silver won it.
Oh, yeah. Nearly $80 on that. I'm guaranteed to have a big day for sure. I missed in the last 2, but it didn't really matter. As for the day, I'd gone 3 for 6 with a second and a profit of nearly $70. A good way to kick off the week. Thursday, March the 7th, I decided to go out on track. I collected my winnings from Saturday's Grade 1 tickets, sitting in my Florida Derby seats right on the finish line. And then I was going to play 3 races before I came home and watched the other races on TV. In the opener, it was another Michael Maker, Ken and Sarah Ramsey, Joe Rosario. Divine Child was going to be the favorite, and I knew that. I was going to bet the minimum, but when I got to Gulfstream, I noticed that there were 3 scratches, and Divine Child was being bet way down to odds on, so I doubled the bet. Easy winner. Then in the third race, after passing the second, I liked Working for Hobbs, and he was my upset pick of the day. It was listed at 8-1 in the program. He'd made over $500,000 on the turf, but he hadn't won in almost 2 years. But today was first time out for Chris Block. That's a 33% win angle with a $2.22 ROI. I thought he looked loose on the lead, and as they came for home...
Dark Cove, and now right one starts to finish well on the outside, but Working for Hobbs has built a big lead. It's down to 3. Dark Cove, right one, closing the gap, but Working for Hobbs holds on.
Down to 5-2, paid $7.60, and I got nearly $40 on my double investment. The first of my 2, quote, bet of the days came in the fourth, and I knew it wouldn't pay much, but Calistoga looked easily best for me. Going out for Belmont, had blew away her rivals in her debut with a 97 buyer. Today she was sprinting against non-winners of 1 Allowance Company, fellow sophomores, and she was tons the best. I got back nearly $20. Left the track, made my last 3 bets, came home, and the highlight was win my bet of the day. Agua Marine was sent out from post number 1. Just seemed to tower over these. If you took her last race in Europe and did the 14-point deduction to make it into a buyer speed figure, and then her first start here where she was 3rd in a grade 3, with the winner coming back to win a grade 3 here at Gulfstream, she just was a double figure advantage over everybody else, and as they turned for home, 20 to win, got back $34, and even though I ran second in the last race of the day, I finished the day 4 for 6 with a second and a third, and another healthy profit of over $40. Friday, March the 8th, I won the first race where trainer Jane Sibeli dropped down Swear Me In on the turf, paid $7.20, I got back nearly $20. That was it for the day. I thought I was going to have a big score when in the 7th, I went with a Todd Pletcher 3-year-old maiden special on the turf, Path of Dreams. Led in the stretch, led in deep stretch. Photo finish! I was sure I won. Somehow the official photo showed me in second. So I was 1 for 4 and lost a little bit. And then on Saturday, March the 9th, it was Tampa Bay Derby Day, where I was looking forward to seeing Verrazano run in the Tampa Bay Derby. And it was Gulfstream Park Handicap Day, and I was looking forward to betting against Breeders' Cup Classic winner Fort Larned. I went out on track with my track buddy Keith. And we both had a great day on the day. In fact, I had 13 winners from 30 picks. That's over 40%. It was an amazing day. I won the opener at Gulfstream with Conquesta as the favorite. I won the seconder at Gulfstream with Sonia's Angel. Doubled the bet at 4 to 5. At Tampa was one of the most amazing stretch runs I'd ever seen in Allowance Company. Noble Toon had opened his career with a win on the turf for Chad Brown in New York last fall, came back to win the Grade 3 Pilgrim, and then was a fast-closing second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. Today it was Allowance Company, but it was his first start back in a long time, and as they turned for home, even Keith said, looks like he just didn't want to run today, and then...
Way out in the center of the track, here comes Noble Toon. He's absolutely flying. Pataki Kid, Noble Toon on the outside. Are you kidding me? From between horses. In a blanket.
Wow, that was an amazing run. And ironically, in the very next winning bet for me at Tampa, the same kind of stretch run came when Jared's Commando was a Jamie Ness horse, came flying at the finish, and somehow, in spite of Ness and Centeno winning at nearly 40% rate, and first off the claim being 40% winners, the crowd let this horse go off at 7 to 2. I collected nearly $50. I won at the fairgrounds, Margaret Hirsch's best bet, Propeller One Way, and as I turned the page on my selections, I told Keith, in my next 10 races, I got like 7 that I have a lot of confidence in, and man, I was on fire. The first one was a Todd Pletcher 3-year-old first-time starter, Red Rifle, much the best. Then it was time for my bet of the day. The New Orleans Ladies Stakes featured Believe You Can, a multiple graded stakes winner, going against horses who had never even started in a stakes race. She was 1 to 9, and with 2 minutes to post, there wasn't a single dollar, not one, bet on any other horse to win. Finally, a few dollars trickled in. She walked with the race, and I collected a return of $52.50. I came right back with one of my favorite horses, Hyper, on the turf at Gulfstream, and I thought I'd get a fair price because Pletcher had a horse in here that I did not like. Finale was the name of the Pletcher horse. He was trying to pass Hyper late, too little, too late, and I tripled the bet on Hyper. He paid a nice $7.20, and I collected over $50. Finally, it was time for the Tampa Bay Derby, the feature race on the national card. Could Verrazano go 2 turns and end Stakes Company today?
Into the stretch, Verrazano. He's now shut down for the drive. On the outside, Java's War is coming with a big run. Falling Sky is toward the rail, but down to the wire, it's Verrazano, and Java's War is charging late. But Verrazano passes a big test. He's a graded stakes winner now.
This colt looks like something special. I know it would be a short turnaround to come back in the Florida Derby, but that would certainly be exciting. Less than 10 minutes later, I won again with Red Tessella at Santa Anita, a 3-year-old sophomore for Bob Baffert, coming off a year layoff, much the best. I collected over $20. And then it was time for the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Handicap. I did not like the Breeders' Cup Classic defending champion Fort Larned, but I did like, as my bet of the day, Pletcher's Discreet Dancer. My 11th win of the day came in the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Handicap, and it featured defending champion Breeders' Cup Classic Fort Larned. But everything I'd read and everything that I looked at in past performances said this was not going to be his day. He's a 2-turn horse, he's a classic distance horse, and he last ran in the Breeders' Cup, and the horse he beat in a photo finish came back to run miserably. So I was against him anyway. In fact, my best bet of the day was number 4, Discreet Dancer. As soon as they broke from the gate, I knew I was going to win.
They're racing in the Gulfstream Park Handicap. And Fort Larned lost the jockey at the start.
Oh, you never like to see that. But as they came for home,
They come to the 8th pole in the Gulfstream Park Handicap. Discreet Dancer is the leader, and on the outside, Swaggerjack is second, and Fort Loudon is third.
oh, how often do I get over nearly $60 on a Todd Pletcher horse in a feature race? I closed out the day. I won the Duncan Kenner Stakes with Delani, who is tons the best at the fairgrounds. And then my upset pick of the day was the Grade 2 San Felipe for 3-year-olds at Santa Anita. This is their equivalent of our Fountain of Youth. It's the last major prep for the Santa Anita Derby. The two big horses were Flashback and Golden Sense. And I like Golden Sense the better of the two, but I had not been impressed with his win in the Grade 3 Sham Stakes. I thought they might hook up in a duel, and I was looking for a closer. And I settled on, thanks to HRTV host Jeff Siegel, I settled on number 5, Hear the Ghost. And as they turned for home, it was exactly as I had projected it, a stretch duel with the closers flying.
Homeward bound now, and Flashback takes the advantage. Flashback in front, Golden Sense running his heart out along the inside. 'Tis a Minister coming like a rocket on the outside, and here the Ghost flying. Here the Ghost, 'tis a Minister coming flying. Here the Ghost gonna get up. Here the Ghost gets up in the San Felipe. Here the Ghost wins.
Oh yeah, that paid $13.80. I got back nearly $70. Made for a huge winning day for me. I finished off 13 for 30, made over $100 on the day, and Keith had a big day as well, as he made close to $200. And on Sunday, I was looking to close out the week with hopefully enough winners to keep my streak going, but I didn't know if I could actually do that or not. Well, if you'd been sitting here with me as I watched them on HRTV, you would have known that it doesn't look like you're going to do it. I was second in the first with the favorite, 5-2 Christmas Rush. Then I was nowhere to be found when my second choice outran my first choice. Then in the 6th race, my third pick of the day, I thought I was going to win at 9-2 with a Chad Brown horse. I had doubled the bet, looking at getting back $50, only to be passed with a perfect ride up the rail by my second horse. But then in the 7th race, I finally scored my first win of the day. I like number 11, Miss Montauk. Jane Savelli has had a good meet here at Gulfstream, but she's doing even better at Tampa. This horse had been training lights out at Tampa. Why was she bringing her here at Gulfstream? To cash for the big purse. Miss Montauk won and paid $9.40. I got back nearly $23. Then in the 8th race, I liked a Todd Pletcher horse. There was actually 2 Todd Pletcher horses in here, and I did not like the other one. My pick was number 6, Cross Traffic. Very impressive in his debut, earning a 94 buyer. The runner-up had come back to win by 11 widening lanes, earning a 96 buyer. Even though that horse is back in here, I thought Pletcher would be able to do it again. And as they turned for home, Cross Traffic, much the best. Collected nearly $33. The last 2 bets of the day, and I knew it as soon as I wrote it down, they were both Michael Maker, Ken and Sarah Ramsey, Joe Rosario horses. And I tripled the bet on the first one, Let's Do It, and I doubled the bet on Brickyard Kitten. As soon as I wrote that, I'm like, you know what's going to happen. I'll win with the second one and not the first. Sure enough, Let's Do It finished 3rd at 5-2. That would have been nice. But then, in the final race, Brickyard Kitten sweeping up on the outside. Nice. Got back nearly $30. And for the day, I finished 3 for 7, and I made a profit on the day. So for the week, I had a phenomenal week. I scored with 24 of 52 bets. That's 46% and change, almost as good as that first week in February. What was even better was my ROI for every $2 bet, I got $2.75 back, and a clear profit on the week of $217. Woohoo! Looking forward to this coming week, and we're only 3 weeks out from Florida Derby Day.